Alright, so into Udyr top lane. Not ideal matchup. There's a lot of percent max health damage and CC and whatnot, which you just don't like, but
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
You can be lonely when the land is
30
this
seconds until minions spawn.
that was an easy flash, I guess.
Okay. Well, you the only thing I trust.
Minions have spawned.
Our level 1 into Udyr isn't the greatest, so we're just gonna leash our jungle. Because of his passive, he basically gets ultimate level 1, so...
No! Planning and strategy, but that city folks do. I choose this fight. Look, Scarl, it's dinner time. Oh, you ain't getting away.
His Q does a lot of percent max health damage on hit, but when he uses his awakened version, it fires a lightning chain, but if you're isolated it does a lot more damage, so we want to try and stand near minions and not fight him when they're dead and whatnot. Looks like he's going to be going AD, he's got Conqueror and whatnot, so...
An enemy has been slain.
AP or AD is both pretty bad for us, because his R or his Q both do a lot of percent max health damage,
An ally has
and
been
magic
slain.
damage as well.
Oh, you ain't leaving, are you? You should run. Scarl likes his feet light.
An ally has been slain.
Damn it, you're trying to get us down. You wanted to visit.
Can look for a level W remount here. Oh my god, cancelled my auto there. Maybe still pick up the kill. That's a classic example of how you want to hold your W skill point.
There ain't no land that ain't mine. Just land I ain't got around to claiming.
TP.
An enemy has been slain.
Damn city folk! Carl, I got this!
A jungler, assuming he started bot, should not be topside for a few minutes. Should be able to push this, hopefully. Just want to get it in and back. Yeah.
Sky's my roof, the open plains are my bed, and this lizard is the only company I need.
Probably just go for Ravenous Rush this game. Just so he can match his sustain of his W.
big sky and this dumb lizard.
Where's Mr. Cannons? My favourite.
Noxus was created to train the faithful.
If you don't miss your cannon, you're doing something wrong.
We find him, tie him up,
An
then
enemy
he's
has
like a
been
video.
slain. An ally has been slain.
We ideally want to try and get him to waste his awaken.
Double kill.
Not that it's very likely, but don't really want to get caught out getting stunned and then bursted by his passive.
We was having a nice conversation. Then they showed up.
See, we quickly eat again, so we'd use only one auto attack and not get the second one.
An ally has been slain.
Now that he doesn't have it, we can look to engage. Just ignite to chunk him out a bit. Now if we get the remount, we can potentially look to dive. But we want to not let him hit the wave for free with turtle form. Try to at least, because he does heal off it. And bait him to walk up so we can hit him with a Q. So on the next wave we could potentially dive. Shyvana's doing grubs, so
Rampage.
keeping the pressure would be good for her. Gonna remount off this wave, assuming we get all to see us, which we miss one, of course.
An ally has been slain.
It's a bit strange move by him. Just missing all the CS from his tower.
Enemy has been slain.
Look to intercept him maybe. Oh, he's right here recalling. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Brand may pick up the kill. No, no. I didn't realize ASOL was so close, otherwise I would have just not shown. Yeah, with the ASOL ult also hit as soon as we demounted, which was very unfortunate. We would have been able to pick up the kill if not for that, but complete fluke by him. He just launched it as soon as he seen us. But here's what it is.
I do prefer to ride.
Only miss a few minions at least.
Why ain't they saluting me? They should be saluting me. Salute me now.
Be able to get 2 plates here because we got Demolish.
You ain't going nowhere.
An enemy has been slain.
If they're running bone plating as well, like Udyr is, we always want to look to proc it with either just Tiamat or Q. If you do land the Q, you don't have to walk away because the Q yank happens slightly after the bone plating drops off.
Will you stop bitching for 1 minute?
Oh my gosh. He flashed into my Q.
Shut down.
They never learn.
It's rushing steel caps as well, pretty standard. Everyone seems to be scared of the Kled. Just gonna ult out here. It's gonna look to turbo push because he thinks we're gonna back, so we're just gonna wait and catch the wave. I like to do this a lot into matchups where you can't farm. Just pretend you're gonna back. Or even channel recall just out of vision, so they think you're backed and they just usually will shove. If that's happening to you, I like to just walk up and actually see if they're recalling. Before I start shoving, and if they're not there, then I'll usually just shove. Gonna pick up some MR here. Even with AD build, he does quite a lot of % max health magic damage, so MR is always good into him. They do have a lot of CC with Asol, Udyr and Nami, so I might look to get Merc Treads.
It's your birthday, Scarl. Let's bake a murder cake.
Might be on grubs, so we're gonna shove this. Check it out.
Of course I want to pick a fight with them.
Yep, definitely are.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Well, maybe I am looking to start a fight.
She didn't listen to our ping, so happens. I'm gonna hit the Ravenous proc when you're in the middle of as many minions as you can. I often, once I get Ravenous, like to fight in big waves like that because you kill him really quick and then all it does is heal you really. But he hasn't backed yet, so we're very strong compared to him. No. That's unfortunate.
An enemy has been slain.
Ana might be able to pick up the kill on him, he seems pretty greedy. Guess not. I don't know why she's getting pumped so hard. His whole item to use a few longswords and Tiamat, so no idea. That's not very ideal.
Was the Battle of Fulgrim when I first took the rank of Sergeant General Colonel. I think that's what rank they was. Gotta remember to ask before killing.
I'm Herald, but we'll look to grab this first turret, no, second turret.
Your team has destroyed.
We'll rotate. Guess he went back in.
An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
Woo! A brain stun came in clutch. Very nice. And we missed the cannon again. Of course we do. Always miss the cannon. can't believe my Q missed, honestly. Flew straight through his head. Classic Kled moment, I guess. We're just gonna go with Eclipse second. He's also matched our Ravenous. Udyr lifesteal build, we might have to pick up some Grievous.
I am Kled, Major Commodore of the 1st Legion, 3rd Multiplication Double Admiral Artillery Vanguard Company. You will respect my authority.
Just leave for Kai'Sa if we can. Oh, Leona gets it. Oh. Standard league experience, I guess. Don't know what it is about sports, always accidentally picking up the kill.
Enemy has been slain.
Sometimes on purpose as well.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, I like it out here. Freedom, communing with nature.
Get this tier 2. Always try and get tier 2s if you can, if you've killed your lane opponent in top lane. A lot of the time people just won't answer it for some reason. But he's gonna TP. Just gonna ult out.
Wow.
You shouldn't really let people get too close to you if you're planning on ulting out, obviously, because they can flash in front of you, similar to Sion. Although, quite a lot easier to block than Sion, so... I like to just E away from them and then ult, usually. But, if you think for whatever reason they're gonna be able to get on you, like Zeri there, for example, has a lot of move speed with her first item, and and obviously she was gonna hit the slow, so he should be dead. Gonna look to get this turret. Might leave it to our ADC. Go solo. Ah.
I hate to advocate violence and insanity, but it's worked for me.
We want to try and give solo gold to it. To our ADC. It's a massive power bump. Leona's just trying to stand there to hover, but if you actually stand there, you still get the gold. You're close enough, so that's why I pinged her off there.
You do come up with the best ideas.
So ideally, if you're getting a tier 2 turret, even a tier 1 if you're in bot lane, especially if you're playing support, you should sit close enough to defend them, but out of the range of the gold, so that way they get it solo. Big power bump, like she should be getting close to her next item now. Yeah, there we go. Large chunk of gold, so hopefully she can start to carry. Obviously we're early game and we're into counter, so... And a lot of percent max health damage, so we're not going to be doing much this game. We should try and hand our lead to someone who can do something. And the reason you sit here as well is also if the enemy team tries to rotate, you're there in position to help them out.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
You know, a long time ago, being crazy meant something.
It was alright. Support just trying to buy time for the team. We get a trade for it, so it's not too bad.
Don't you bite me again.
I swear I'm cursed. Like, there's no way. Have I even got one cannon in this game? I need like a cannon counter.
Nobody on my team would
I might put a cannon counter on. It's ridiculous. This guy's just stacking lifesteal, yeah. Which we do have Grievous in build, and it's only one person, so we don't need to worry about getting it ourselves. But especially since we can't really 1v1 him anyway.
Don't you run off on me! No!
Just want to hold the lane against him, let our team do what they're doing. Dying, apparently. He's looking to rotate. Might look to catch this ASO.
Wanted to beat your ass, and I'm about to give them a shotgun!
Perfect. Shibana's still getting chased. He was chasing her across the whole jungle.
Boiling oil on us, but you can't deep
And look to answer this guy top. Have enough Black Cleaver.
Your turret has been destroyed.
If you're going Ravenous Eclipse build, I highly recommend just getting the Black Cleaver third. It feels really nice, just that bit of extra tankiness you get from the health and then the pen. If you go something like LDR, you end up being really, really squishy.
Carl, I got this! Yeah, they think they so clever. Straight to win fights.
And that's how he counters us. 2 auto attacks and we just dismounted. Similar thing with Set, really. Set does the exact same. Can't really run into him or we're just gonna die, so... I think he TP'd. Yep.
An ally has been slain.
Ren seems to be dying a lot to this ASO.
It ain't paranoia if everyone is out to get you.
We're just looking to just
Slain.
stop Udyr from doing anything. Just sit here because our team's winning, so we don't need to pressure anything. Can't really kill him with all that lifesteal anyway.
I don't speak lizard. Don't mean I can't understand.
Gonna pretend like we don't see him. And then stop his back afterwards.
Easy, girl. Easy.
Gonna ignite for the... Ignite for the Grievous early before our Q procs.
You were a visitor. Now you're mulch. No, Scarl. No. Bad Scarl.
So we're not worried too much engaging here, because if we do dismount we can just queue over the wall and most of the time we'll be perfectly fine, especially with our team being there. So we can look for that waste an army ult and whatnot.
No, it's when I don't drink mushroom juice that I have a problem.
We want to stay mounted here, ideally, so that way we can ult. So if Baron looks like it's going to kill us, we just back out, but we're just healing up here, so take that extremely fast.
Ain't nothing like having the wind on your back and blood on your face.
A good thing about going Black Cleaver third as well, it opens up fourth item for Steric's Gauge, which I usually try to have in my build every game. Even though it doesn't really give you that much AD, because Kled's base AD is quite low compared to most bruisers. The shield obviously is really impactful, especially when you dismount. Everyone's going to want to target you so you can't remount again, and that's when your Steric's Gauge is going to pop, so it absorbs a lot of damage.
This big sky screams.
Ooh.
Quit your worrying. Don't let the door hit you on your way to hell.
Nice step there, but she flashes. I honestly thought my ult was going to lock onto Nami there, but that's alright. ASO Nami doesn't really matter. It's good to always dive on ASO if you can, with your ult especially in your Q. Because a lot of the time if you dash onto him with Q, he'll try and fly away, and you can use your E2 to follow him and then cancel his flight. And also cancel his Q as well. His ult, your ult just instantly cancels it. Just gonna whack Nexus. Well, that's GG. Pretty good game against Udyr. We're definitely gonna need that cannon miss counter.